What's up, guys? I hope you're all having a great day. I hope everybody stayed warm, had no damages, had fun in the snow. Today we'll be giving a recap and figuring out how some of our bananas did in this cold front. But first I want to recap what happened and fill in a little bit more details from last video. Last video you saw a quick brief demonstration on what we did to protect our bananas, and it was rushed because we were working on limited time. We didn't have it took me, my brother, and my dad all working together to be able to construct that, so no one was really around to video, so we couldn't document everything. But today, after this is Thursday, after the storm, we'll be able to go back, show you all the things that we did, all the constructions, and yeah. So the first thing we're gonna check here is this ice cream banana. This was the one banana that did not get a PVC covering. We just put trash bags, and you'll see, as we showed in a couple videos ago, we put the chicken wire cage around it and filled it with banana leaves, and that should have covered the place. But you're about to see for the first time, just like us, how it really did in the freeze. So So the first thing we notice is it smells really strong. There's definitely some squish to here, but here's how you know if your bananas are okay. So look, as I peel this down, you still see good green color right here. That's how you know. While the outside definitely died due to the intense cold, your banana is gonna be okay. So a lot of this is mush. So what you want to do is all this mush dead, you want to cut off, presumably with your tool of choice, mine being the banana spear that we showed off in 2 videos ago. Oh yeah, but you see some very good green. This is hard right here. If you feel hard, it's good to go. Not as hard as it would be normally. Now let's see up here, how are we doing? I feel a little bit of squish, but this is, you can tell definitely where the trash bag was better covered. Okay, so the main trunk looks like it's gonna be good. We'll see about other damages. Let's see about this pup. Oh yeah, the pup feels really good right here. Maybe top layers died a little bit, but everything for the most part feels very good. Which this was the least protected banana. It got down to 16 degrees. Very happy. That means this is gonna live in likely fruit middle early next year. So we're about to go into this next one. This one's a little bit different than that one. We had to build our PVC pipes with different dimensions, obviously. But as you can see, we already removed some wicks so we can get in. Okay, so as we look around in here, one of our structures came undone from the PVC pipe, but really the whole point of the structures was to just give it the overall shape so the tarp would stay up. So 3 out of 4 stayed up. I'd call that a win. I mean, look, the structure's still standing. If you look at this blue Java ice cream banana, zero damage from before. You come over here, look at this ice cream banana. Not even any burn marks. This thing has 0 damage, which means this build and this heater were very successful. And that means we figured out this will be the permanent way now, because there's never gonna be a cold front colder than this. So that means this will work for every cold front. So you see this heater here, not any big fancy equipment. All it took was this cord, and then we have a green extension cord that we ran to the house, plugged into the house. This was a non-flammable heater. I believe it had a little gas tank, which means it ran on gas, not anything that could start a fire or catch this tarp on fire or overheat. So this really turned out being the perfect little heater. I don't believe it was very expensive, as we bought 4, so we would not have bought 4 expensive heaters. So this was pretty successful. We have a duplicate one in the next tarp that we're about to get to, but yeah. And last but definitely not least, the question I'm sure most of y'all were waiting for: did the blue bananas, not the plants, the fruit, did they survive? We're about to go see. All right. So the entrance to this one, by convenience and by choice, was to have an entrance here at the back. That made it to where the less cold coming from the front would be better, because less cold was coming back here. Most of the wind would be hitting the front of the tarp, and if there was a door right there, a lot of it would be getting in. So let's unclip one of these clamps and see if that's good enough for us to get in. No, maybe we need to unclip all 3. So first look in here, looking at these stalks, nothing, no damage on anything, not even, let's see. Okay, there was a little bit damage on this pup, but that was, and a little bit damage on the pups up here, but that was expected. The tissues are a lot smaller, they freeze a lot easier, as well as these were from the bottom, which the cold probably came from the bottom, but the heat was rising, so up there was probably warmer than down here. As you can see, we have another heater down here that we'll leave running for one more night, because it's supposed to get down to 30 tonight. But yeah, really positive results. One more thing, the thermometer sitting here, this was connected to our weather station in the house, so we were able to track how hot or what the temperature was in here that whole time. We didn't even have to go back out here, which was very useful. Stalk that's on here feels a little bit squishy right here, but for the most, it's not too squishy. It should feel harder, but I'm thinking and hoping that the bananas will still grow even with it. Hold on. Even with it feeling like that. So we're about to see how the actual bananas themselves did. That was just effect in the future, how much more they'll grow. But if we have to chop them down and harvest now, I guess it's not a bad thing. Not the end of the world. So as I'm uncovering here, seems like some moisture here in these bananas. Not sure why that might be, but they all look pretty good. No squish, no damage. Everything seems to be pretty good, which that means we made it. That means our task of protecting the bananas is now complete. And hopefully this, as you can see, it's a little squishy, more like up here. But as I'm feeling it more and more, I don't think it's too bad. I think it'll be okay. I think these are gonna continue to grow, and we'll be able to harvest them when they're ripe. So yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was pretty interesting. Like, is it possible to really protect bananas from 16-degree weather? And I think we all just learned that it is. I mean, you watched multiple different methods from simple to complicated, but the thing is, all of these can be achieved by anybody. If we get one person to comment on this video saying they want a more in-depth tutorial on how we constructed this, we'll go back and make an entire in-depth tutorial video, but we need one of y'all to comment on it. But yeah, I hope you like this video. I hope you all stayed warm and had fun in the snow, and we'll see y'all next time.